Can you help me understand, the trip to meet the bodies and the families? And I know you talked to the president afterwards. Can you help me just understand those moments and really how it affected him and did it change him?
Sure. I wasn't with him when he made that trip. I did speak to him afterwards because afterwards, some of the there was a story that was inaccurate and erroneous, which later was fact checked, that suggested he was like looking at his watch for an extended period of time, which after the fact check, it became clear he had just looked at his watch after everybody had left. And, I think that was probably, at least in the time I worked for him, the most solemn and the hardest period of his presidency because, having lost someone himself, obviously under very different circumstances, he does feel a connection, a deep connection to people who have lost loved ones, lost their children. That is typically what he conveys to people when he's talking to them about when they've lost someone. That was not well received by some of the people who had lost their child. That's fair. You can feel however you're going to feel, which is what his feeling was as well at the time. But what was heartbreaking is that they felt he was being self-involved by sharing his own story. That was what some of these parents shared. Now, what is also true is that some of them were ardent Trump supporters. They'd also lost their loved ones, so you can't attribute necessarily, but that was kind of a factor in some of these scenarios.